So today's video I'm going to be trying some new nail polishes because I bought some new ones. I'm going to be trying these and this, and I got some more nail wipes because I want to redo my nails, so I kind of got some new nail wipes. And I also bought a new top coat, so I'm just going to open that because it can be very hard to open. Like, look at that. I'm just going to start by removing my nail polish. I'm going to fast forward it because this process will be so boring. Like, I'm just back to the last brand that I used, which was just some Superdrug 20 removal pads. So I'm going to open them. I've got the door open, so I do apologise if you can hear loads of background noise. So I'm going to start off by removing, which when you've got glitter on your nails it is quite hard to remove it. Like, I wouldn't normally redo them this early. I just wanted some nice new nails. Normally I tend to sort of leave them, but I just fancied some new nails. So I've accidentally used two, so we'll fast forward. So that's what my nails look like when I've taken them off. Now I'm going to apply this Holy Grail product, Now Cuticle Balm, which it just looks like this in the pot. You just put that on each nail just so it, not even just because it's a base, but just to try and like nourish them. Like, I'm trying to find a nail care, making nail care routines thing. Not that it's a big routine, it's just sort of this sort of thing. This is like the product that does it all. Thing, like, it makes them look like that now. So now we're gonna pick our colours. I'm gonna do purple. I'm also gonna use some of the silver. So I'm gonna start with the purple. I'm gonna use this Rimmel purple, which gonna just do this. Sort of make sure you have like a nail wipe ready in case you make any sort of mistakes. I don't make like big huge mistakes, like I can do it okay. I wouldn't say I'm like a pro nail artist, but I can do like the basics somewhat well. So I'm just gonna clean up the edges. Then I'm gonna just carry on painting. I love like the Rimmel nails polishes. I have quite a few in the collection. This side can always be, this one can be quite hard. Then I carry on with the next one. Made some slightly more mistakes, so I just clean and fix. It's all you can really do, like just clean up the edges. Sometimes just putting another coat over the top, sort of scrape away too much. Making sure the door stays open for like ventilation, so it doesn't stink the whole place out when doing my nails. So that's what it looks like currently. 2 more to do. Sort of clean up, add a bit more. Clean up. So we're going for like more kind of galaxy themed nails. I find this one always, because of the nail shape, so much harder to do. Like, it's not the same kind of shape as the others, but I find this one can be like the easiest one to like clean up. Usually I do have to do more cleanups for this. Gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna put a top coat. I'm gonna then move on to the colour, which I'm gonna be using this one, which is the nail paint barrier. See what it says on there. Okay. Might just clean up around some of the edges of the other one. Dab in a few dots at the edge. Now I'm just going to put the lid on, not that that's really a major step. Just going to shake some of the bottles just to I always sort of find like nail pictures and makeup pictures if it's your thing on my Twitter, which is Slip Jumped Over the Tear Makeup. Bad because I sort of started making my own tears kind of thing. Not too much longer left, so I'm just gonna quick slap. This is the volume of nail wipes I've used so far. These are just, that's what one looks like it's done. I'm just trying to put one back. So now I'm going to move on to the colour. I'm going to be using this colour, if I can open it. One thing I never check about is, can I open it? How easy is it to open? This one's easier than that one to open, I find. This one's quite... Got it open finally. So now I'm just going to paint this all over my nails. So it's kind of the first time you're using this shade. Seeing what I think of it. Wow, that's cool. Not quite as cool, I think, as the silver, but... This one's kind of not as nice, this nail, so... Might just take that one off and redo it. So I'm gonna take... To redo it now, I'm gonna take my purple, the colour that I already used, and do that one. Redo it again. Key with this is sort of keeping all the lids nice and loose so that you can still carry on, sort of thing. That one sort of spilt a bit over, so I'm going to go into the nail, sort of thing. Round the edge. Just tidy that one up. We'll add it a little bit more just to really coat the nail. Even though this one didn't go on as evenly as the other one did. Did a bit too much, so I'm going to just leave that one as it is. So there's paint. Oh my goodness, that's so nice. Just going to clean my finger while I wait for them to dry. Then we'll go on to the second colour. I'm going to do a mix of gold and my already existing silver. So I wanted like a silvery one, which looks like this. They are kind of gloopy, so do be a bit more careful with these. But we're going to be... I don't hate this one, but I don't think for these types of nail polishes the nail paints have the best applicator. I personally prefer the applicator of like the Rimmel, but for nail paint where it's not so, like using colours like this where it's not meant to be precise, actually not too bad. Now I'm just going to do the final one. So I'm just taking, my nails are a bit smaller, so it is kind of harder to do stuff like that. So let's going to be then putting a top coat, which I've kind of opened. Not sure how easily I'm going to open that. But we have our top coat, so you can kind of see what the applicator looks like. They're all at varying different stages, so I'm just going to have a slip of tea. Warm tea's nice. It sound a bit sinusy then, but a little bit of sinusitis today, so that's what it's called. this, and then we're going to move on when we've done the top coat and that to the next bit. So I just take my top coat and I just paint it on. This doesn't have to be precise, like this is just to go over the top. Ugh, that one wasn't quite ready, so I'm just going to put some back over. Because that fingernail's quite a mess, so just going to tidy as much up as possible. Leave that to dry for a lot longer. Then I kind of left it, so that one can... Some are quite ready, some were not so ready to do that. Some didn't even get like a full enough coat, so I'm going to put a tiny bit more on. And then redo some of these because these are not the most even. So now it's just the process of waiting for them to dry and cleaning up any that sort of... So my nails are like a bit small, like they're very sort of small, you can see. It means it's harder to do the designs because they're not as big, so it doesn't quite completely work. I'll just kind of give them some top coat. I've got so much of that around my fingers sort of thing. I'm gonna start on the jelly paint one, which is going on this hand. I like the colour, I just probably don't love. But I kind of wanted to try different options at the time of buying, see what kind of worked and what was going to be a no-go. Now I sort of know what I'm kind of like and kind of don't like, so I can kind of work out what's like the best one to choose, what one kind of works better with my nails, since they don't always need the biggest applicator on the planet. But I'm also finding techniques to make it work. Technique I'm doing is just sliding it down, kind of thing. Slide it down. And top up a little bit on the product. I don't need too much because it's the tiniest nail. Done the tiniest nail, hardest to paint because it's so small. This can smudge quite heavily, so I'm gonna probably just redo that one. I'm gonna like go round and just wipe. Sometimes you do have to do them again. I think actually I might try a lighter blue on this one, like go for the Rimmel light blue. You can see how unprepared I kind of am, to the point where I can't even get this open. To the point where I've messed that one up, so I'm just gonna have to just re-go back in and just wait a sec. Me being too impatient causes these problems on regular basis. Take a bit off because that's not ever going to dry. This one's kind of trickier than I think the silver is. I'm going to take this one off and start again and maybe use that silver. This one isn't so thick. Its consistency. We'll try a different. I think we'll keep this blue one like. Picking up the brush, just like about one side. And dry, and I'm going to go in with the gold and some of the silver. And then I think we'll give everything a big top coat. And I've got like gold and silver, so that's my nails so far. Sometimes do you find they do drips? Just top coat them, like, I find top coat kind of just does lock everything into place. Kind of like a clear eyebrow gel does. So that's top coat. Now I just gotta leave them to dry. The nail box, not put all of them away. In case I close the box, just screw the lid. I'm just going to leave them to dry, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.